So I've been struggling with creative block for a couple of months now, specifically when it comes to documenting my creative process. And I think that I was hoping that if I just gave it enough time, inspiration would eventually find me again. But I've gotten to the point where I feel like the only way to move forward is to simply break the cycle. I don't even know where to start speaking. This has been my ongoing struggle lately. I just feel like I have been in this creative rut for way too long. It's like a creative freeze, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I need to just kind of break the cycle. I love being creative in Minecraft. It's like my favorite thing, and I haven't really done a lot of it lately. A lot of that is my own fault. I can't really say I didn't necessarily have the time. I just think that I miscalculated what kinds of things were worth my time, and I just need to focus my energy on the creative aspects that make me happy and give me a sense of accomplishment and pride. And I've kind of gotten away from that lately for a variety of reasons. And I'm trying to recenter myself. One thing that helps me whenever I just am not feeling creative is doing a mindless task. I've said it so many times, but I haven't been following that advice myself. I haven't really allowed myself the time to do these mindless tasks that kind of help me reorient my brain and my creativity, and I feel like it's starting to catch up with me. I'm really gonna give myself some time today just to kind of reset. I think I need to just put less pressure on the video itself and see what we can come up with. What I want to tackle now is finishing this tunnel. So these are things that I've done on stream and I've never really showed the process of on a video. I've just showed the completed tunnels and little bits of me mining out the tunnels before, but for the most part, I don't actually show the process. And this is one that I started a couple months back, but this is the project I want to tackle because we've got a visual indicator of progress, but we also don't have to think too much about the design. So this is the way I typically like to do it. We kind of have a regular portion of the design, and then we have two bays that vary all the way down. Now this one we're going to start moving towards the fortress because I want to set up a blaze spawner farm, but also this is where the portal is going to be for the pale oak forest. That's why we've got a lot of the nether brick and we've got a lot of pale oak. And the way I tend to do this is I'll do the upper half and the lower half. So we'll dig out both portions, and then that way I can kind of start like detailing the top without having to jump really high or scaffold all the time. And then I'll do the bottom level, and then I'll break the middle platform and then like connect the dots. Believe it or not, it's going even further, and we haven't even like put a dent in the second half. This is Sheldon, by the way. He's got a shulker shell head on him, and he has been just navigating around the nether tunnels for a while, and he made his way to this tunnel. And he's just a mascot of the nether tunnels. I don't know what's going on with his nose. Usually that doesn't happen. Maybe it has to do with like the fresh animations mod. Honestly, not sure. So back here we've got the corner of where we're going to start turning for the tunnel, and then we're going to go that way. It's going to be a long tunnel. I think it's going to be the longest tunnel we've done yet. So I'll walk through the process as we get going. We're going to go with the top half. I think I want to start out by clearing the space above and making room for the tunnels. Now I think I just lock in for a little bit. Now that we've got the first half of the upper portion dug out, I'm gonna start with the columns next. I think this will be good. And we just need to go up to this point. So we're going to continue it all the way down. And then we'll start working on the next section. I fear I did not empty this out enough. That's okay though. I think we want to go in with the upper portion of the tough framing right around here. And then once we get that in, we'll go in with the tough ceiling. So I'm just going to focus on this upper half for a little bit, get that all laid out, and then we will move on to the lower half soon. These magmas are actually a never-ending problem. We're starting to do some of the upper framing on the walkways, and we've got the stairs put in. We're doing the trap doors now just to line the edges of the openings. And then we're gonna go in and do the nether brick and like all the details on the upper half. Looks really creepy with all of these not flipped down. Definitely an aesthetic, not necessarily one I would enjoy though. How did you get in here? I also need to get some glass, and I think I want to try to do like a white to orange gradient with the glass. I like that little color gradient. So bright down this hallway, such a different vibe from the other two. Oop. Okay. They're beating me up. They're beating me up! Little jerks. We've put in all the details along the tunnel. Even did the flooring. Everything is all good to go. So now it's time to turn the corner, and this is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. You know, that seems to be a common theme though whenever I play Minecraft, is everything always takes longer than I thought it would. So I mean, I can't say I'm surprised, but we've got a long ways to go, and this is only the bottom half that we're digging out right now. We're still gonna have to dig the top half and go down to place the floor. So wish me luck. These are the last final pieces of the bridge. It's the full width all the way across. And you do need to plug up some of this lava from the ceiling. This is just the lower half. That's the crazy part. This is actually such a long tunnel. Regretting my life choices right now. We actually have like almost all of the floor done all the way down and patterned, partially just because I am low on blackstone and I wanted to make sure I wasn't making too many of the bricks and then having to come back in later and remove them all for the rest of the pattern. So we stop about here. You can see we start running out of the bricks, and then we start running out of whatever this is. This is just like a slab, regular slab. And then we finish all of the polished all the way down as far as we can go. It's such a long tunnel, really, and I keep having to repair my boots because the soul speed really runs them down, so I have to keep an eye on that. But we are actually just going to start working on digging out the next portion, because I'm hoping I can get a decent amount of blackstone, at least here in the basalt deltas, so that I can use that for the rest of the flooring, because I don't really feel like just going out of my way to mine blackstone, but we might have to, because really this isn't a lot. So much left to do. I already know I'm gonna have to get a ton more materials for like the pale oak specifically. I'm very low on that, but we are in here and we are just gonna be digging and digging. So, as I was running back through here a second ago, I came across these 4 baby piglins, and they're all carrying a block, so they're not going to despawn, and I feel like I've got to do it. Got a glow squid head, a phantom head, a breeze head, and an elder guardian head. Let's see if they'll put them on. Okay, we got the phantom, got the breeze, elder guardian. Okay, we got the glow squid. You know you want it. Come here. Okay, I think that might be my favorite one. That's pretty good. They're so funny. This is actually crazy how many magmas I just came back to. This is like a scene from a nightmare for me. I hate magmas. There's actually so many baby piglins that have made their way into this tunnel, and the adults. These guys are turning out to be an invasive species. I don't love how dark it is in the tunnel when we just have like long stretches of glass. So we are going in right now and we are adding in lanterns above all of the windows. And you can kind of see the difference here where we've got some of the darker portions of the tunnel. And then here are portions where I already lit it up. And I think it looks a lot better, a lot more glowy, especially from the distance. And I like this change that we're making. We are basically done with the tunnel. Now, I'm going to fly this way. I just want to give you a sense of how long the tunnel actually is while I talk about it. But we are about 90% complete. We still have a little bit left to do. But we actually are going to be focusing on that in the next episode or just in a future project coming very soon. I've already done some planning for it and I'm really excited to get it put into the world. But we need to cover all of the logs with resin clumps. And I think this is the perfect opportunity to replace our tiny makeshift resin farm. We get maybe like a stack in one Minecraft night, so it's not fast at all. This project was honestly very therapeutic for me. It's very nice to have an arguably simple project to work on and just focus. And we watched a lot of Netflix, we watched a lot of YouTube in the process. And I feel like since it's been so long since I uploaded a video last, I really just needed to get one out there, more for my sake rather than anything else. I just needed to get back into the groove of editing and using flashback footage and everything. Even though this seems like a pretty small task though, like I originally thought this would take maybe 8 hours. I looked and I think I've spent about 31 just in like building the tunnel and gathering materials. That doesn't include like going through the actual flashback footage and everything else. So I definitely underestimated how long this would take. But that tends to be the case, and honestly, it should just be a lesson to myself to set achievable goals, smaller goals, and we can kind of slow down the process a little bit. So I overall am very happy that we got this project done. It is taken care of. I have some more to do in the future that way, and then we already have some projects planned that I'm very excited to work on, so keep an eye out for those. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and sticking around. I apologize again, it's been a while since we uploaded last, but life has been lifing as it does for most, and we're just learning to find our own routine in the process. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe if you would like to see the future projects that we're going to be working on. And of course, follow us on twitch.tv/madsbeef to follow along through the process live. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, day, or night, whatever it is for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.